Alright, good afternoon. It's the 6th of August, it's a Saturday, and you can probably guess, yeah, back on Dartmoor. So, just been talking to somebody for a little while there, so I'm running a bit late again. But, yeah, I thought I'd pop out this weekend. Last weekend, good as it was, catching up with Jerry and Carl. Weather-wise, was fantastic, but this weekend looks absolutely brilliant. So, currently walking towards Lints Tor, but rather than going to my usual spot off to the side, I'm heading just there. So I've got a little flat bit over there which I found back along. So I'm going to have to check that out for the night and see what it's like. This week no new gear, I'm using certainly different foods, but I'll show you everything I got when I'm over there and pitched up. But first things first, I'm going to have to get some water from somewhere before I do anything else. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, it's about 10 to 7 now. I'm on a new spot I found back along. If you're interested, to my right here, that's Lints Tor, Forden's Ledge, Black Tor. I'm just literally round the corner, follow the river up. So it's a nice little flat spot here. It does slope slightly, but yeah, more pitched. Shelter, 6 Moon Designs Gatewood Cape with the Serenity net. My quilt, which is the Cumulus 250, that's lofting up next to my Monte Nicholas. Mat is different this time. I'm using an Exped Flex Mat Plus, which is your slightly thicker version. I've cut 3 end sections off to use as a sit mat, so I'll put it with the rest of the mat tonight when I go sleep. Inflatable pillow. Gear wise, couple of water bottles, Osprey rucksack, waterproofs are inside. Toke 750 with gas stove and Vango ultralight stove. GSI Infinity mug with drinks. My bag of food, which I'll show you shortly. C-Knot water bag. Can of Coke and a bottle of and flask of whiskey there. So apologies for the noise, it is flapping around. One thing I've not done with this Gatewood Cape this time, like I did last time I used it on West Mill, is use the clip for the back, because that is looking quite tight. But I did notice it kind of made a mark on it, so I'm not too fussed. But yeah, I'll go around, and it's looking pretty tight, but I'll go around and tighten that later on. So but yeah, looking alright. So I'm going to get some water on the go now, and then I'll show you what food I've got with me this time. Right, food this time, I've tried to keep it a bit simple. Meal tonight, it's lamb mulligatawny. It's one of my last, it is my last real termite meals, so I thought I'd give it a try. I've had it for 2 years. I do have a backup meal, which is Super Noodles bacon flavour, just in case I can't get on with that, or if I get that hungry tomorrow. Breakfast tomorrow, I'm going to have the rest of these, or most of these biscuits from the French ration pack, and apricot jam and a cup of tea. Maybe one of these Nature Valley Crunch bars as well, but this is like snack stuff now. So I'm going to have one of these tonight, maybe one of these for tomorrow. Pepper ram if I need it, which I can always go with the Super Noodles. And another thing I brought with me, it's a small tin of tuna, lemon and thyme. I got 2 slices of bread and a stick of mayonnaise to make a sandwich with, so it's just a case of snacking. Another thing I do have is an accessory bag, which is some fruit drinks. I've got a real Termat peach one there, Army issue orange drink, cold infusion. I've got a hot chocolate, 2 types of soup, my backup emergency cup of tea with sugar, a couple more fruit drinks, some matches there, and some tissue. And in my GSI mug are some tea bags, milk powder and sugar. So with that, I'm going to get some water on the go now, have that for tea, and take it from there. I don't know where the camera's picking that up, but this lamb mulligatawny, which is lamb with rice and lentils, it's really, really nice. I probably would have this again, you know. Just one thing, you do have to add a bit more water than it says. But yeah, really good. It's been 8:30 now. It's cooled down a bit now, so I've put my insulated jacket on. I've poured some Coke in my mug and a little drop of whiskey. That's grouse in there, by the way, not Jack Daniels. So yeah, not bad evening. Tea I quite enjoyed. So I've done a time lapse of cloud movement or whatever it was in the sky. So it's clearing off quite nicely. So I may actually try and do some night photographs later on. If I haven't decided to go to bed, but if not, I'll catch you all in the morning. Good morning, folks. It's coming up to 7 o'clock now. I've been up for a little while. Not a bad night. I slept fairly okay. The mat's quite comfortable, but I was on a slight slope and I think my head should have been a bit higher up. But yeah, overall not too bad. So at the moment I'm just waiting for the sun to come down to hit the shelter so I can help dry that out a bit. But most of the stuff's packed away. My quilt and my jacket are in that big green bag and I'll put that in my rucksack shortly. But I'm going to get some water on the go now, do myself a nice cup of tea, have something to eat for breakfast, just pot around here for a bit, pack up, and then I'll probably head on up towards Lints Tor, go over the Tor, may walk around the back and go up towards Dinget and then take it from there. The sun is gradually making its way down to my shelter, but be a while yet, I think. But time's about 7:15, so done some water, made myself a cup of tea, and for breakfast today, Nature Valley Crunch Bar. And if you remember from a trip a while back, I had a French ration. I've still got a couple of the biscuits left, so I'm having those two with some apricot jam. Well, it's 8:30 now. I'm all packed up. That was where I slept last night. So usual thing, leave no trace. I'm just going to double check that area, make sure I've not left anything behind. All my rubbish is in that pocket there. So I'm all packed up, ready to go. So I'm now going to head on up towards Lints Tor and take it from there. Right, I'm currently on Dinget Tor now. It's about 9:30. So time-wise doing pretty well. So I walked up to Lints Tor there and then I followed the track across and then I come up to here. So yeah, I'll stop here for a few minutes, have a drink of water, admire the view and then crack on. Oh, come on then, move. It's turning out quite warm now and it's only just 10 o'clock. So I just got this crossroad bit again, so I'm going to stop here, have a quick drink. And I've just started eating this nougat bar out of the French ration I had, so very nice. So as I'm early and I thought I'm going to have to look at the map and see where else I can go for the time being. Right, I've been consulting my splash map. I am currently here. That there is East Mill Tor. That is where I want to be at around about 12 to 8:30. That's Row Tor. That's West Mill Tor. Because I want to drop down from some Row Tor and go down to Black Down, and then walk down from Black Down below Meldon into the old quarry, walk along the railway line and come back off it, because further along behind Oakhampton Camp there is a medieval settlement which is probably just going to be a field with a few stones in it, no my luck. But because I'm here earlier than I thought, I've got about 2 hours to use up, if you can call it that. My idea was originally to cut down there and walk round the right hand side of East Mill Tor. I may end up doing that and then going up to Oak Tor, stop there for a bite to eat and then get over to Row Tor. Or I did think about walking all the way up and around and coming down by Steepleton Gorge. So if I think I go that way now, I'll be roughly there. I can just take my time, pop up to Oak Tor, stop there for a bit, come down, then cut across East Mill to Road Tor. So once I get going, I'm fine. It's trying to work it out. So yeah, I've not been down there for a while. I'm going that way, and that's a change from mine, and you'll find out shortly. Well, I've come along that track, and I'm now onto this main track here. I was going to walk down that way. That is East Mill Tor. That's Yes Tor up on the horizon. And that over there is Brat Tor, Road Tor, which I was going to go to, but I've now sort of decided I will go up to Oak Tor up there, but I'm going to follow the track going up there and then cut across, stop there for a few minutes, come back down onto the track, and then walk along the track and then head around the side of East Mill, get some water down at the new bridge, and then rather than going to Road Tor, I'm going to go to West Mill Tor, which is up behind. Maybe stop there, have a bit of lunch or something, and then I'm going to follow track down to Blackdown and take it from there. So still got about an hour and a half before I need to be over there, but right, let's crack on up to Oak Tor then. Right, I'm carrying on Oak Tor now. It's just gone 11:15, so stopping here for a few minutes. Now I've made myself a drink, orange one, a British ration pack, and I'm having a bit of pepperami as well. Just make sure I'm staying hydrated, because it is getting quite warm now and I was feeling a bit funny earlier on. So when I'm done here, I'll head down the track, go along past East Mill Tor, maybe cut over the side, go down, get some water, and then head up to West Mill Tor rather than Road Tor, because if I go to Road Tor I've got to go past West Mill below it, so I might as well go there. Now I'm going on West Mill Tor. It's just gone 1:15. Bit later I intended, but I don't think now that I need to be that early, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to stop here for have some lunch. So I'm going to do myself my tuna sandwich with mayo, a couple of the last remaining of those French Army ration pack biscuits, and a drink. I've got one of these Twinings cold infusions, so I'm going to have that with half a litre of water. So I think I'll enjoy this, and then I'll crack on. Right, that's West Mill Tor. I've just left there. It's now gone 2 o'clock. Well, it's about 2:15. So I'm coming down this track, and it's in between West Mill and Yes Tor up there. So following this track down, it will veer off to the right. And my target now, if the camera's going to pick it up, are those two little huts roughly in the centre of the frame there. And then I'm going to walk down to the left of there, and you can now just make out in the centre of the frame the viaduct, the old railway line, and that's my next target from that. But obviously I've been there before, but I've never been to those huts, so it'll be a bit of a learning curve. Plus I go into the old quarry from a different angle, so this could be interesting. I'll say walking down these tracks, I know they're a bit rough. Looks like someone's lost a spring off the vehicle. Right, that's West Mill Tor where I just come down from on that track. That's Yes Tor. And of all the years I've been up here walking, I've never walked this bit here before. I have come over that hill there and walked up to Yes Tor, but I've never walked this area here that I'm on now. So I'm going to follow this track, head over towards those huts, and admire the view, and I'll see you there. Right, I've stopped off by these two huts now. Just having a quick water break. I've just had to change my bottle of water around, and I've had this rucksack for years, but I just noticed I got to just punch the hole through it, so I've had to swap what was in the pockets around. And I also noticed as well there's holes forming on the mesh on the front panel, but damn good rucksack even so, even though it must be what, 8 years old, maybe more than that. But one thing I do like is these Ospreys, and this is the Talon 44. These Ospreys, with this Osprey, you have a floating lid, so I can loosen this up, and because I've got the mat there, go away wasp, because I've got a mat there, I can strap it on and put the lid over the top. So yeah, handy like that, but bit of a sod about that. And that's Meldon Dam. I've come down there before, but I've never come that way, so yeah, nice little walk coming down through actually. Yeah, got a couple of friends just turned up. Well, according to the map, this is a site of a medieval settlement. Got a few more stones than I thought. You can see some kind of like trackway going up. And that, so I'm going to have a quick look around in there and see what it's all about. Yeah, you can kind of make out like a pathway coming in, and it does look like to be a wall or something going all the way around. It goes across there, so, but I don't know what was in here, maybe in buildings, I ain't got a clue. Right, it's just after 5 o'clock now, and I'm approaching the bridge, which means I'm now about half a mile from Oakhampton itself, so this will be my last bit of filming. I really enjoyed this weekend. It was great to get back out again, and especially seeing it was dry as well. I managed to do a few of the things I was hoping to do last time when it was all raining, so at least I'm glad I camped out on a different place I found back along, and also sort of visiting one or two places. Even though I walk past it all the time, you never go there, so I'm sort of glad I've done that. I found another route down through below Meldon Dam, so all in all, good weekend. Food was pretty good as well this time, I must admit. So yeah, if you like this one, give us a thumbs up. If you got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments box below, and if you're not already subscribed, click the subscribe button. So from me, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers and gone.